Right, 3rd of November in my back garden, my untidy back garden, because that's how I like it. And I thought I'd just show you Mermaid, which is now higher than the house. You wouldn't believe I pruned all that earlier this year. It's just a beautiful, beautiful rose. So one day when we're not here and someone's going to come along and bulldoze the lot. But at the moment it's just lovely. I'm just going to start to deadhead after our rose show. Everyone was very, very tired, so we had a lovely show, but I think the legs are going to be a bit like Betty's now. The spirit is willing, but that's all you can say. Don't know if you can probably see the honeysuckle here. This is just a common or garden one. Came from Saddleworth, which is near where Sarah lives. I've had it a few years, but I think this has been the best year for it, because we've had wonderful rain instead of drought. Now I'll just pan round a little bit so you can see. On the back of us now there's been a couple of luxury homes built. I won't tell you the price, but both of them are occupied. Another house that's originally been here for a long time with David's boat in the backyard. Then I'm just going to pan around a little bit. The redder rose is Red Pierre, which is bred by Mayon of France. And I'll just go around a little bit more. So I'm on a ladder. And in the distance is Katie Pianto's rose. I think I've mentioned that one before. Just a single. It comes out this time of the year. Sarah's got one as well. And it's named because it was it's a South Australian rose, but it was found in Katie Pianto's garden. So nobody could identify it. Now this one here is the children's rose. A very tall grower. I'm up a ladder at the minute, so but I like it because it doesn't need any fussing. And I'll just a little bit going over now, and Ellie's right by my feet at the bottom of this ladder, so I'll just come down gently and show you this geranium for people that like geraniums. I got this last year about the same time of the year from the Heritage Rose Society, because they also do a lot of older geranium type things and all of that, but it's been absolutely stunning this year. Oh, there we are, there's that word I shouldn't use. Now I'm just going to come down off the ladder if I can, and you'll see Ellie, who's right laying at the bottom of the ladder. And there she is. She likes to be with you, so wherever you are, she likes to be near you, so she can hear me talking and she knows where I am. So I'm just going to try and come down, because I want to show you another thing on Mermaid. Oh, mind yourself. Coming down. Oh, don't move. Don't move, babes. That's it. There we go. There we go. See my grass? Lovely, isn't it? There we go. Oh. There we go. There's my ladder. Now I'm going to come round here and show you Mermaid from the ground. There's our lovely honeysuckle as we go past. Heather tells me that the smell is just wonderful. Just to remind you, neither Sarah nor I can smell, thanks to Father, because he couldn't, passed it on. But luckily no one else in the family has had that. Now, round here is Troilus, which has just come out, which is a David Austin, and I've had this absolutely donkey's years, and it still manages to come out, but it doesn't give me a lot of bloom. I don't know if you can see it there, but it's Troilus and it's an Austin. This is part of Madam Butterfly, which goes up my archway, and I grow it because it was one of Father's favourite roses, but I didn't prune my archway this year because I ran out of time, so of course it's very high. Got a lovely buddleia which is not yet out, and I've always had problems growing them in this garden, whereas we had a lot of them in Brighton Road, but this one's not out, but I'll show you one that is out in a minute. Now I'm just going along the veranda. This is my standard of New Dawn, which is a rambler. This is about 12 years old, and it was out when Nigel and Chris came, so but it blooms a lot throughout the year. It's not a rambler that only blooms once. It's got beautiful pink pinky flowers. You would have it in England, and to have it as a standard, I would think, is very unusual and probably not the right thing to do. I don't know if you can just see it. Little bit of it there. As I said, I'm just going to start to dead head, but now over here is an enormous salvia, which is pale blue, which grows way up, and then coming round, I'll just show you again, mermaid close up. So I'm under the veranda and it's just falling down over the veranda. So here it is, here. Raph hasn't noticed this yet, so because that'll be the next thing. Why is it all over the veranda? But I think after a while he forgets what's here, which is good. There we go, there's my mermaid, and I'll just come around this way as well. It is the most beautiful rose. Dear David Rushton has had 5 in his lifetime, he said, and he's in his 80s. But this is the only one I shall ever have, I think. Probably see me out. And the bees, I'll try and get the bees in it if I can without distorting the film. Can you see? Hopefully you can see that alright. I won't know till I put it on the computer, but I'll just give you a guideline. Here we are, this might be a better one here. That's a better one you can see. There we are, the bees going around it, but it's just a single rose, and all the professionals that breed roses tell us that no one nowadays is interested in single roses. They all have to have many petals, which I think is quite sad. But Sarah and I particularly love them, and so does Heather. So now I've just come round. I'm going to try and show you the buddleia on the same film. Here's Ellie. She's going in her box now. She loves this old box. She's getting quite old now, as you can see, but she just loves going in this old box. I'm just coming past here. I'm going to go down the side. Another geranium which comes from the Rose Society. They all seem to like their geraniums as well. Simply Magic Rose. The old Valerium, of course, the white one. This is the fairy, which is, I've got a little standard fairy that I've had again 10 or 12 years. Just bought it in a market, and it's always the last to bloom. So it's just starting to bloom, but it is absolutely tight everywhere with bud. I don't know if you can see them, but every stem has got that amount of bud on. So just come down and show you a little bit. You can see. Now I've got the old Valerium all around. We've also got a couple of blue tongues, so they just love the garden because I don't spray, and I've got lots of little bits all over the show. This is another honeysuckle, which is just from the local nursery. It's a burgundy one, but I've got a lot of honeysuckle because I love it. When I was working, I used to take my honeysuckle into work and put it on the counter, and you'd be amazed at how many people had no idea what a honeysuckle looked like, which rather surprised me. But by the time I retired, I think they all knew. Now I'm coming down past my pots. Now the sun's right out now, so I've got big salvia here, which is called Joan. Again, this has been in donkey's years. It's quite a famous one out here. And I've got, this is my other honeysuckle, which is stunning. That's just finished blooming, but I think you can see, you would have seen this a little bit before. If you can see it there, just going up. But it's a cutting, and it's really done well. More salvia here, coming down, and I'm going to show you my buddleia, which you'll be so used to, but I'm very pleased because I've not had a lot of luck growing them. So again, I'm just coming around. This is the side of one of the sides of the house, and look at the length on that. See if I can get a bit of a close-up for you. You can see, I can't remember which one it is, but not good with growing them. And there's the standard New Dawn. Well, there's one growing as a rambler up our grotty corrugated fence, because that's probably been in since the house was built. And my lovely Carabella, which is an Australian bred rose, is just finishing now, so you won't be able to see much of that. I'll just come round and see if the sun's coming really out now. But this weekend I'm going up to the Barossa on Saturday with Diane to help at their show, and then Sunday we shall be at Water Duncan's with Sarah and Margaret and half the Rose Society, because it's going to be on the radio as well, on one of the gardening programs, so I'll hopefully do a good video of that for you. I'll just turn around, see, I'll just go back with the lavender, which is still out at the moment, so there you are. Speak to you again soon.